Have you ever wondered why your posts die on Instagram even though you thought you were using the right hashtags? Or maybe you're putting so much time and effort into what hashtags you're choosing thinking it's going to be the viral unlock that's going to help your videos go crazy, and then it doesn't happen. Or maybe you've abandoned hashtags altogether, have stopped using them, and still you're not seeing the views and followers that you want on Instagram. You want to know why? Because the hashtag strategies you need to be using on Instagram have recently changed, and in this video I'm going to be updating you on what the new hashtag strategies are, what Instagram actually uses hashtags for, and finally, the mistakes that so many of you creators are making right now on Instagram with hashtags that are killing the amount of reach that you're getting. Because if you're wondering why your posts are dying on Instagram, it's probably because of the hashtag strategy you're using. And this isn't only affecting big creators or only affecting small creators. Hashtags are affecting all creators on Instagram because Instagram is changing the way that they're using hashtags, and it's now a major factor in whether or not your content actually gets pushed out to the right audience. For a lot of you, your content's getting pushed to the wrong audience right now, and the reason being is because you're including no hashtags, or you're including irrelevant hashtags, or you're making a major mistake that I'm going to be sharing with you later on in this video, which ultimately is killing the amount of growth that you're getting on Instagram right now. And it's the reason that you're missing out on the skyrocketing growth that so many other creators are seeing right now, which, trust me, is not going to last forever. This creator right here has already implemented the hashtag strategies I'm going to be sharing with you, and they've gained over 560,000 followers. This creator, over 10,000 followers in just 10 days. If you guys want results like that, you need to make sure that you're implementing these hashtag strategies. But I do want to warn you, if you don't implement these hashtag strategies and ignore everything I'm going to say, you're going to be like this creator who's posted over 100 times on Instagram and literally has not grown. I've blocked out their name because I don't want to be sued by them for defamation, but you guys get the point. You need to be implementing these hashtag strategies if you want to grow quicker on Instagram. But before we dive into those exact strategies, I need you to understand how Instagram actually uses hashtags. A lot of you guys think that Instagram uses hashtags to distribute content. If you rank for a good hashtag like fitness, it's going to mean that you're going to get millions of views on your video. Everybody's going to see your post and everybody's going to follow you, and you're going to be the new biggest fitness influencer, or maybe the new crypto guru, whatever you're trying to be. Maybe if you're an author, it means you're going to sell more books, but that is not how hashtags work at all on Instagram. Yes, years ago on Instagram, that is how hashtags worked, but you guys need to understand something. Not only have the posts that you need to be doing on Instagram if you want to grow change, but the hashtag strategies have also changed, and so many of you guys are using Instagram 1.0 tactics, which is why you're not seeing success with your hashtags on Instagram. At the end of the day, all Instagram is using hashtags for is to determine who they should initially push your content to and what kind of people are going to be interested in your content, and they're going to use that to then push that out. And if the post does well with those people, well, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get more views, you're going to get more followers, and almost every single time that you post, you're going to be going viral. But if it doesn't get that good engagement from that initial push, well, then guess what's going to happen? Your post is going to die, and that is the reason that so many of you guys have so many dying posts. So let's get into what the actual hashtags are that you guys need to be implementing. But before I get into that, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to grow quicker on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok, I literally drop a video on how to grow on these platforms every single day. In addition to that, I just dropped a brand new course on how to grow on Instagram. It's 100% free. It's going to teach you things like how to turn your views into followers. All you have to do to get it, go to the link in the pinned comment below. It's only going to be up for a limited time, so please get into it right now if you're serious about growing on Instagram. Another mistake that so many of you creators are making, you guys think that Instagram is still a photo app. It is not a photo sharing app anymore. You guys need to get that out of your head. If you want to be successful on Instagram right now, you should be doing two post types. One, carousel photos, two, reels. For example, this creator right here, I helped them gain over 50,000 followers in just a 30-day period by understanding that Instagram is now a short video app, and that is what allowed them to skyrocket their growth in connection with them implementing the hashtag strategies that we're about to go through. The first hashtag strategy is using 2 to 3 hashtags. You heard that right, 2 to 3 hashtags. Now there are 2 other hashtag strategies you guys need to be implementing. The last one is going to be by far the most important, but before we could get to that, you need to understand the mistakes that so many of you are creating with hashtags. Now that you know the first strategy, 2 to 3 hashtags, I need you to understand something. 1, do not put hashtags in the comments in your video. Do not put hashtags in the comments of your photos. It makes you look like an idiot. Instagram is not looking there. You just look like an idiot to everybody that then goes to the comment section and comments on your photo or comments on your video. Secondly, you should only be using relevant hashtags. Way too many of you guys are using irrelevant hashtags. And when you use irrelevant hashtags, guess what happens? Your video get pushed to the wrong people, your photos get pushed to the wrong people, and then Instagram doesn't continue to push out your content. And for a lot of you, you might be thinking that you're using a relevant hashtag, but you're really using one that's irrelevant. A simple way for you to be able to check this is you need to have a list of 20 to 30 hashtags that work for your niche. Now, when you go to post something, go onto the hashtag you're going to add. Go into the Reels section. If you're post does not look like that, well then guess what? One of two things is happening. Either one, you're creating content that's not doing well in your niche on Instagram right now, which is a huge mistake and one of the reasons your post is dying, or that is not actually relevant to whatever you're going to be posting about. For example, if you look up hashtag fitness, you're going to see that there are tons and tons and tons of hashtags under there. Now, some of them are going to be relevant, some of them are going to be irrelevant, depending on what you're actually posting about. Now, this is going to be a very obvious example, but you're not going to want to do hashtag men's fitness on something that's women's fitness, or you're not going to want to do hashtag mass gain on something where you're losing weight. Do not put contradicting things within your post, because trust me, it is not going to help them do well. It's in fact going to do the opposite, and it's going to get them pushed to absolutely nobody. Now, the second hashtag strategy you need to make sure that you're implementing is 6 to 8 hashtags. Now, it's not enough to just be using relevant hashtags. You also need to make sure that you're using a solid mix of large and then small to medium-sized hashtags. Now, you're probably wondering, Rob, what's a small hashtag? What's a medium hashtag? What's a large hashtag? Well, this is going to be completely dependent on your niche and what your actual post is about. You see, if you look under crypto, you're going to see that there are really big hashtags. If you go under book Instagram or type in something around books on Instagram, the hashtag is going to be smaller. But if you could then go to fitness, the hashtag is going to be way bigger than both of them. This is because this is all relevant depending on what your niche actually is. The main thing that you need to be focused on, though, is using 70% large hashtags, 20 to 30% small to medium hashtags, and this is how you're going to be successful if you're implementing the 3 hashtag strategies that I'm going to share with you. Again, the first one is 2 to 3 hashtags, the second one is 6 to 8, and we're going to get into the last one in just a second. Because there are still a ton of mistakes you guys are making again with your hashtags on Instagram. For example, putting a hashtag in the middle of your description is a huge no-no. Putting hashtags before your description, again, is a huge no-no. Guys, hashtags go after your description, and if you want to be successful on Instagram, you should be writing a long description. That description should have keywords in it. You want to know why? Because you need to understand something about Instagram. Only 15% of people that are scrolling on Instagram have their sound on. What does this mean? That means that a lot of people are just there to read your description. This is why you need a super long description. This is also why you need to be adding a text hook in the beginning of your videos, and ideally, you should be editing in subtitles into your Instagram videos. If you want to be successful on Instagram, you need to be able to capture people's attention. I haven't mentioned this yet in this video because it's not the point of the video, but you need to understand something. Instagram is looking at your hashtags. They're going to then push that content out to people. Depending on how those people interact with your video is going to determine whether or not those videos continue to get pushed out. Now, you're probably wondering, Rob, what do you mean by interacting? Is it liking? Is it commenting? Is it sharing? Is it them showing their grandma? No, it's none of those things. It's them watching the video in full. If you want to be successful on Instagram Reels or with carousel photos, by the way, those are the only 2 post types that are actually getting traction on Instagram right now. If you want to be successful with those, you need to make sure that 2 things are happening. With Reels, people need to be watching the video all the way through to the end. With carousels, they need to be swiping all the way through to the end. The only way you're going to be able to do this is by making sure that your videos have a hook in them, have subtitles in them, because again, only 15% of people that are on Instagram have the sound on. What does this mean? This means if you have a video and there isn't something visually intriguing or text on the screen that hooks somebody in the beginning, then nobody is actually going to watch this video. These are mistakes that so many of you creators are making, and it's why your Reels aren't taking off. It's why your carousels aren't taking off, because there's nothing to actually hook somebody in. If you're doing carousels, you should be newsjacking, you should be trendjacking, you should be showing somebody how to do something, and it needs to be something that that audience is going to be very interested in. Go ahead and look at your Explore page. This is the great way to determine what a hook is. You want to know why? Because for something to get pushed on the Explore page, it needs to get a lot of clicks. For something to get a lot of clicks, it has a hook in it. Nobody's ever going to click on something if it's not a hook. A hook might just be a picture of Kanye West or something crazy like that. Or a hook could be the beginning, the first 3 seconds of your reel. It could be somebody doing something crazy going on, and that person then clicks on that and says, what the heck is this? I need to see more of this. Or maybe it's text on the screen that gets somebody to want to click that. If you look at your Explore page, it's going to show you the greatest hooks that you can make on Instagram. And this is what you guys need to be doing in your content in addition to using the right hashtags. If you're not doing those things, your content's just not going to get pushed out and it's not going to be successful. That being said, the last hashtag strategy that you guys need to be implementing is 17 to 20 hashtags. Now remember to recap it. The first one, 2 to 3 hashtags. The second one, 6 to 8 hashtags. The third, 17 to 20 hashtags. You need to make sure 70% of those are large hashtags, 20 to 30% small to medium-sized hashtags. And please, no irrelevant hashtags. All of the hashtags need to be relevant to what that exact post is. And you need to make sure that you're optimizing for people interacting with your stuff. What do I mean by that? Remember, consumers consuming it. And if you want to learn how to hook more people into your content and how to turn your views into followers on Instagram, you need to check out the video I'm going to put up on the screen next. It's going to teach you exactly how to turn your views into followers on Instagram and help you skyrocket your following. If you're serious about growing on Instagram, I strongly suggest you check it out.